Wealth management. We are looking at a form of wealth management which is like having your cake and eating it too. Sounds paradoxical, doesn't it? But let's see how it works. Managing family wealth or community assets is exactly that. Having your cake and eating it too. The chiefs knew how to keep the cake for generations to come. Managing family wealth prudently ensured that each generation inherited the same amount as the one before, and managing community wealth prudently ensured that each generation inherited the same natural assets as the one before. So, how did they do it? When part of the capital, the slice of cake, is used, it is invested in something which fetches good returns like land or gold. This investment gives rich dividends. The dividend is the cake you eat, and the asset is the cake you keep. In case of communities that were dependent on nature, they allowed nature to regenerate. That's how they kept the cake intact. But it is easy to deplete this wealth. It can be looted, or it can be wasted away, or it can be cheated from you. Securing this wealth requires a lot of careful effort. One has to ensure safety, you have to make wise investments, and follow due diligence. The custodians of wealth must know their responsibility. The future generations depend on their wisdom. And when it comes to public wealth, it's the government which is the custodian of all our natural wealth and resources. However, it's seen that public wealth is often easily depleted. This is how it happens. A corrupt politician becomes the custodian of public wealth. He hands over this wealth into private hands through contracts, leases, and favors. The corrupt businessman then returns the favor in form of bribes, kickbacks, or election funds, and the same politicians get elected again. The vicious cycle continues, and public wealth is put into private hands. With loss of public wealth, who exactly loses? When public wealth, our minerals, forests, and water go into private hands, they make huge profits for private businessmen. The private gain results in huge public losses. All that the government gets as our custodian is a minuscule amount in the form of taxes. So, looking at the report card of people who manage family wealth and community wealth, it is clear they are able to keep the cake for generations to come. But when it comes to public wealth managed by politicians, the report card is really poor. It is clear politicians cannot be trusted with public wealth. Hence, we need better safeguards to protect our wealth. The Gwenchi Mati movement studied how public wealth, namely iron ore, was mismanaged by the government in the state of Goa in India. Based on our experience and insight, we propose 5 principles to govern public wealth, especially relating to mining of non-renewable resources. The 5-point proposal on mining. Number 1. Belongs to all. Minerals are our commons. It is public wealth. It belongs to all of us. Number 2. Minerals belong not only to us but to all future generations to come. These are inherited assets. Number 3. When we sell these minerals, we must get the full value of it. We must get all. We must ensure that there is zero loss. Number 4. All receipts from the sale of minerals should be saved in something called a permanent fund. A permanent fund is managed by experts to ensure that there is no loss of value and it is available for all generations to come. Number 5. Share all. The public fund, when invested, can earn a real income. This income should be shared amongst all the citizens as a citizen's dividend. With these principles in place, we hope that public wealth can be better managed and we have our cake for all generations to come.